Hey, frag heads and fragrance lovers, welcome back. It's Benjamin here at the Centaur Fragrance Channel, showcasing another beautiful fragrance for you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about Banana Republic's Cordovan. This is from their previous line. It's not the modern line with the dark cherry and amber or the tobacco and tonka bean. This is from the previous line, from the famous and award-winning black walnut. But Cordovan here is quite an interesting fragrance. It smells to me like wool, or kind of like an aged cotton smell that's a little bit dry. It almost approaches being like a dry soapy vibe. It almost has that as well. But I really like how the spices come off in this fragrance. There is a little bit of almost a dry, clean, almost like a waxy vetiver, maybe like a little bit of like almost like a dried lemongrass kind of quality going through with this fragrance. There are other notes going on, but I actually really like this fragrance. It's grown on me a lot, and it almost comes off like it has like a white ginger type of vibe to it as well. And I really do tend to like ginger in fragrances, so I'll list link down below where you can check out this fragrance. This one was provided to me from So Avant Garde. They were generous with me, so this is a collaboration of sorts. But I'm not being influenced, with the smell of the fragrance. It was an actual company who sent me the fragrance, so not being influenced, fragrance smell wise whatsoever. So, anyways, I do like this fragrance. I do think that it has a lot of similarities to a very popular fragrance. One that really stood the test of time and a classic. It's not talked about so much anymore, but still a good one. Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme, the predecessor to La Nuit de l'Homme, a solid fragrance, very safe and casual. This one makes it a little bit more interesting, making it more dry, cottony, soapy, spicy. And I do think that there are a lot of similarities between the two. I can't say affirmatively I wasn't there when they made this fragrance, if it was intended or if they bought the formula, which if you're higher up in the fragrance industry, supposedly you can buy certain formulas and even change or adapt them depending on what you want to do. I don't know if this did take any of that DNA, but to me, it certainly does similar things. Very dry, clean, a little bit of a citrus vetiver aromatic, a little bit of that almost DNA kind of going on, but it's different. And it does remind me a little bit of papyrus as well. And I really like papyrus in fragrances. Again, going back to that cottony, dry fabric kind of smell. So, anyways, guys, I want to keep this fragrance short and sweet for you guys today. Nice fragrance. It is a little bit closer to the skin. It's going to give you probably 5 to 6 hours. It's not a big performer. Average performance overall with 5 to 6 hours longevity. Not bad, but not great. Great for situations where you might want to just be safe, but yet cozy, and a clean, bright, maybe a beige or white sweater. I think that this is a great sweater fragrance. I think this is a great early fall fragrance. Right now in the seasons and the weather we're in, that transition period, I think that this is a really nice fragrance for that kind of thing. Or maybe when you're just wanting to be around friends and family and be a little bit cozy. This fragrance definitely gives me a little bit of this cozy type of feel, and I like that. It's like, imagine fresh clothes out of your dryer. How warm they are and how good they feel, with a little bit of cinnamon, almost like spice to it. So I think that's a nice thing. I think that's a nice memory. Maybe that made sense to you. But anyways, not a bad fragrance. Compliment factor wise, nothing seductive, nothing over the top. Nobody chased me down. Nobody said anything crazy. Nobody whispered in my ear because of this fragrance. But I do have to say that this one, it works for me. And when you feel good about a fragrance, you stand up taller, you sit up straight. You got that look in your eye, you got determination, you got some pep in your stride, and that's when people really notice, and they want to pay, and they do tend to pay more attention to you. So they might pay a little bit more attention to your fragrance. If you have low confidence, if you're not feeling right, if you're not looking the part, and you're wearing a really big compliment factor fragrance, that's not going to do. I mean, the fragrance will help. It won't. It's not worthless, but the fragrance just isn't going to do as much for you. But if you were looking the part and acting, looking being attractive and all that stuff, in the right way, it definitely helps. So not a big compliment getter, but definitely helped me in my world. And I do think I'm going to hold on to this fragrance, even though I am picky and I do let a lot of fragrances go from my collection. So Cordovan, not a bad fragrance, but might not be amazing, might not be spectacular or creative to a lot of people. I have to be honest. Some people might think it's just bah. or boring, blah. And I can understand that, but I do like that what's going on in this fragrance. So heavily recommended, no. Worth checking out, possibly. Should you pass on it? Unless you can find it for cheap, I possibly would pass on it. I'll include the link down below where you can check it out. You might be able to find it cheaper, but keep an eye out, and if this sounds interesting to you at all. So have a beautiful day, everybody. I'm gonna make this video super fast for y'all, definitely under 10 minutes for sure, under probably 8 minutes. And have a beautiful day, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got, be safe, live well, and I'll see y'all next time. And hopefully you like my content, so please help me out. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. In every video, I do tend to say that just because even though I'm a fragrance reviewer and I'm doing this for passion, and I would really like your support, and I'd love being a friend. And if it was worthwhile, if you did like what how helpful I was, and if I if this video was of value, please support me back and share the love. So I'll see everybody. Have a beautiful day. Peace out. Wear what you love, and I'll see you all in the next video. And bye.